What are your expectations? We got the China lockdowns that we're going to obviously hear about. Got some currency stuff. They're in mobile. What are you thinking?
I don't think this is the company that does the kitchen sink. I'm going to come out and say that. I'm going to take a stance. I think this is the company that beats this earnings season. I know that's risky to say in the sort of earnings season and where mobile telephony is and China, both on the supply and the demand side. But what I've seen from this company, particularly in the last 2 years, is operational excellence. And that operational excellence, in part, derives or shows itself, rather, in the diversification away from smartphone into automotive, into Internet of Things, which are great growth areas, and also away from Apple. Now, perversely, and I know this is talking out of both sides of my mouth, Scott, but perversely, during this quarter, Apple gave some indications that they're going to use Qualcomm chips a little longer than expected. So I just see operational excellence and room for an upside surprise. I also find the multiple is incredibly forgiving at 11.5 times earnings.
Do you think after Texas Instruments and NXPI, we are coming out of the down cycle for semis?
That is a great question. Can I answer it tomorrow? Because here's why. Here's why. You know my answer is yes. But here's the thing. You had Micron give a real stinker of a report, okay? Then you had Samsung in Taiwan and NXPI give great guidance. I think the advantage is to the bulls in semis. I'd like to see a good report from Qualcomm to really solidify that.
Let me say this. How can you be so sure?
I'm not sure of anything, Scott. I'm going to interrupt you. I'm not sure of anything.
But I know if you bring up NXP and Texan, what if I just say, well, they're in the right places? Their chips are going into areas that are hot. Chips are going into areas where you're talking about that are not.
I see where you're going. I disagree. Here's why. When we give the rub on where things are not hot, it's PCs, right? That's not where Qualcomm is. Now, you can make
There's a question about mobile.
There's a question about mobile.
Big questions about more than questions about mobile.
The question about mobile. I'm going to go back to what I said, not because not just to repeat myself, but this diversification away from mobile telephony is a really important part of the thesis that Qualcomm's multiple should be a lot higher than 11.5 times.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
We will see.
I'm sure I'll hear from you, too, in overtime, one way or the other. We have a full show. I can't put you on, but I'll hear from you nonetheless. Don't cancel any afternoon meetings this time. Apple and Amazon. All right. So we get Meta. Then it'll be 3 down, 2 to go. So, Degas, give me your view here on Apple first. Are you optimistic going in with a stock that's up 20% from its low in June?
I'm optimistic, and the reason being is that I feel that the 825 million users in that Apple ecosystem are going to support on EPS and also revenues. We also see how Apple Pay is taking over. I mean, you can start using Apple Pay now in about 150 different venues. And then last but not least, about 60 million Apple Music users. So from a user perspective, I see growth there, and I see a positive paper here.
All right. Weiss. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention Qualcomm CEO on Tech Check tomorrow morning. Please don't miss Cristiano Amon. You don't want to miss that tomorrow morning on Tech Check. Amazon. Weiss, you sold Amazon at some point, right? You mentioned that to me. There he is. Yep. You mentioned that to me in overtime. What are we to think about this? Does Walmart's warning give you any warning about what could happen here?
Yeah, I think it does have to give you pause. And when you take a look at Alphabet's report, they lost close to $1 billion in cloud. And what's that mean? That means they're coming for the business. So you may, in fact, see some pricing pressures there. Look, growing 40% as Microsoft did in cloud, great. And you'll see great growth in Amazon. But I think you have to look at that. Andy Jassy, I think, is doing a great job. And it may take a few quarters to flesh out because he's finally focused on profitability. So I'll be back at Amazon at some point. Maybe it's after this quarter. On Apple, I'll be back also. I actually think Apple misses this quarter because the consumer's been stretched. And it's a retail company, much more so, I believe, than it is a technology company because they sell directly to the consumer primarily. So I think you've got to be a little concerned about both. They're not devastating blows for the company under any circumstance, under any scenario. Mm-hmm. So if they do crash, then I don't think they'll crash. But if they do come down meaningfully, I'd be a buyer.
Joe, you own Amazon. I mean, the stock's been a tremendous disappointment, right? Down 29%. year to date, and now we have these new questions, maybe because of Walmart, or we already had these questions. Walmart just made us think a little harder about it.
Yeah, I think we also need some clarity on the currency headwind for Amazon. We'll hear about that as well. So this is of all the big cap names, and obviously I purchased Amazon at a much higher level, so I've got a significant loss in the stock.
Where'd you purchase it at? Remind us. You remember?
Do I have to?
Yeah.
I think I bought it April 1st. People have called it the April Fool's trade. I think it was somewhere around 3,300. I mean, it couldn't have been. Who's laughing? Is that you, Steve? You laughing at me? Couldn't have been any higher.
Pre-split.
No, I'm laughing at the April Fool's trade. Yeah. I've had a few myself.
It couldn't have been any worse. And this, obviously, of all the mega caps, is the one name that I feel the least confident about.
Really? You feel more confident about Meta than you do this?
I think Meta sets up for the potential surprise because what Jimmy and I were talking about, that management is going to address the expense issue as a way to defend against revenue decline.
Okay. Degas, you own Amazon as well. What are your thoughts ahead of this report?
You know, I actually agree with Joe on this one. This is the company that I have the least confidence in on this particular print. So, you know, we'll see what happens.
Why do you have the least confidence in this one with Joe? Give me more.
Yeah, so ultimately, we still see that the earnings multiple is still relatively high, so it can still come down. It's about 48 times EBITDA, so we can still see that come down. Also, as we talked about with the ad and the consumer spend here, it can still come down because ultimately Amazon ran into a lot of problems as it relates to their plant and how they increased their warehouses. That could still have a drag on overall performance. And so that's why we're seeing that this could be a bad print for Amazon. So once again, we're not that confident it blowing it out as it has in the past.